What is going on, everybody? Hey, this is your boy JC from JC Eagles Talk. And tonight, why not? It's Wednesday night, midway through the week. The best way to get through the week is to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles and, recap a little bit from last Sunday, big win, and the upcoming game against the Chargers. But today I have with me two special people, Tyler and Coach. So, Tyler, introduce yourself real quick and just let them know a little bit about your Eagle, how you became an Eagles fan and stuff like that.
Shit. I have been an Eagles fan since I would say, I don't know, 2005, 2004. I'm only 28. I got into
Okay.
football. I'm from the West Coast.
Oh shit, 2005, 2004, the Super Bowl year that we went to the Super Bowl.
It was around that year, around that
Okay.
time. I started to follow. I don't have any roots. Like my dad's a Raiders fan. Um,
Okay.
and I'm surrounded by Niner fan and Raider fans, but I don't know what tied me exactly. I played a lot of Madden. I rocked with McNabb a lot. And I don't know, man. I kind of just slowly got attached to the team, and now it's a blessing and a curse.
So was it like the fan base, the colors? I mean, the success that the Eagles was having at the time because we dominated. We dominated the NFC like from 2000 to 2004. We was like the last team that won back-to-back division titles. I mean, we surrounded the NFC East.
Yeah, and seeing McNabb was a fun player. He was a quarterback who had a huge arm. He could run. And then after McNabb, that was kind of when I was really settling in as a Eagles fan. Was when Vic took over. Those were really fun years, 2010 to 2012. So again, as far as like what attached it, I just slowly became a fan, and I never looked back. The fan base definitely wasn't the reason I fell in love with the team. That's for sure.
Whoa,
I'll tell you
whoa.
that.
Hey, we got the most passionate fan base in the world, man. I'm telling you right
Yes,
now.
sir.
Look, like the only thing about the fan base is this: they could smell fear. They could smell when you give up. So when you give up, that's when we have problems. That's when the players start getting booed out. Well, I mean, yeah, you just gotta be mentally tough to play in city of Philadelphia. Period. You know what I mean? Like baseball, basketball, football. Look, it is what it is. But you're either with us or against us. But at the end of the day, this fan base, as long as you're trying, you're giving it your all. Just like Kelsey said, you give your all, you try, and then hey, you live with the results. Hey, the fan will love you. You know what I mean?
For this week. No, I'm playing. I'm
Hey,
playing.
maybe. Hey, week to week. Hey, coach, what's going on, my guy? Hey, long
Man,
time.
a
Hey, what's
long
going
time,
on?
man. What's going on, chat? What's going on, Tyler? Boy, JC, been a long time, but I'm happy that you hit me up, and man, we can't wait, man. Can't wait to get into it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, let's get into it. All right, because Tyler, hey, this is your first time on this channel. What, like, before the season started, what was your mindset going into this season? Like, what did you envision this Eagles team to look like? Like, what? And also, I want to know your standings, like your record prediction too. So because we're
So
gonna
going
go
in,
into something else.
and first of all, I want to formally apologize, man. You tried to get me on here before the season, and our schedules didn't work out,
Yeah,
so that's
it's
on
all
me.
good. It's all good.
As far as the expectations, I know this is a boring answer, but it was really hard to have any. It was really hard to have any just because there's a new coach, a new QB. There's just
Mhm.
so much new movement. Anybody who were to say, certainly they're winning 7 games or certainly they're winning 12 games, you're just guessing.
Woo!
I did have a kind of a broad. I said 8 to 11 games. That was kind of where my prediction was. With the
Okay.
additional 17th game, I thought that this team, at least with my expectations, how they
Mhm.
looked against the Lions was kind of how I expected the team to kind of play to start. I expected them
Hmm.
to kind of be run heavy, and they were not to start. They were very pass heavy. So I guess my expectations were to be a very run heavy attack, and they haven't been. And that kind of lets you
Yeah.
know I mean, just how the NFL is just not predictable, man. No matter how much you think you have your thumb on it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, who would have predicted the Chiefs starting the year the way they are? It's just there's so much
Facts.
so many things that you can't really factor. So I guess the one biggest surprise was the lack of running, but it was nice to see them kind of turn that on this past week.
Yeah, facts. Look, I agree with everything you said. I mean, I just went off of my coach Nick Sirianni talking about, hey, he gonna use his players to their strengths and stuff like that. So if you have Miles Sanders, Gainwell, and Boston Scott and Jalen Hurts, we should easily been leading the league in rushing. If you are using your players to your strength, like there's no other team, even the Ravens. Even the Ravens that does not have the firepower in the backfield that we do. Yes, they got Lamar Jackson, but all the running backs went down. So we still have Miles Sanders, Jordan Howard. So we should have been the number one rushing team. So based on that, and Jonathan Gannon, he talking about exotic blitz and he gonna use all these plays to their strength. They're both was preaching to the choir. They both was saying the exact same thing. So I was like, oh my God, this is a new thing for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yo, the Jim Schwartz, the whole stick defense is not gonna be here no more. Oh, Doug Peterson, boring plays is not gonna be here no more. We gonna win at least minimum was 9 games. Max was 11.
Okay.
Just based on that, just based on their press conferences and all the training camp, or how Nick was, hey, as soon as you messed up, he bring everybody in. He's a player's coach. He's correcting stuff on the spot. So my expectation was a little bit higher. So, but before I go, Coach, what was your expectations, man? Like what you thought was, going to the season. It was like mines.
Yep, it was 10-7 at least. For me as well. Like I thought we was gonna the coaching staff came from the Indianapolis Colts. They had the best rushing attack that following year with Marlon Mack, Naheem Hines, and Jonathan Taylor, which is right now they still have the best running game in the National Football League coming into today. And I thought we was gonna be a run heavy with Miles Sanders. Has not worked out. It just has not worked out, and everybody just been lied to. The defense haven't performed the way they should have performed. I believe the secondary is trying hard.
Oh yeah,
Us getting gashed on the ground is basically the difference by guys that's not even superstars in this league. We got beat by the Chiefs. They're not even used to running the football, but they gashed us from over 120 some yards. We got ran through by the 49ers. They had a 91. They had a 17 play drive on us, down in 10 minutes off the clock on us. So the run defense can't stop anybody. Jalen Hurts goes through one read and just gets up out the pocket. If the first read not open, he's gonna just take off. He doesn't have too much poise in the pocket. He's inaccurate. Right now, he's an average quarterback. So I don't know if he's gonna be the franchise quarterback. I can't answer that question. I can answer it after the season though, but I just don't know. He's just playing too average. And the receivers, a combination of them not getting open, and just not excelling the way we expected them to excel. So it's a combination and bad play calling as well. It's just everything is just a dumpster fire from here on up. The front office and to this is everything. This is a team thing, but this is everything. I don't got a certain blame, but this is on everybody. On everybody.
So Tyler, hey, look, I've seen some of your tweets. I've seen some of your rants on Twitter. So, hey, what are your thoughts on the season so far? Up to game number 8? That from 1 to 8. What's your thoughts on the season so far?
I thought Dante just said a few things. First of all, we are this fan base is on the brink of we want answers, but we're just not going to get them today. We're just not. We're not. And no matter what, we want to know the answer on Jalen Hurts. We want to know the answer on Nick Sirianni. But like Dante said, we're not going to know the answer until the end of the year. And we still may not even have it. Yep. So we're trying to criticize this game plan. But he mentioned if you have a quarterback who's leaving a clean pocket too soon or missing wide open guys, how could we criticize the play caller? Or vice versa.
Yep.
If we're trying to criticize this quarterback, how could we do it when he's not getting a consistent run game and we know what goes into what makes a good quarterback? So there's so many things we're trying to evaluate. And then you said Gannon. The biggest thing about Gannon that frustrates me, I don't care if you're a bend, don't break defense, but if you're going to bend, you better not break every damn time. And this defense has been breaking. This defense has been breaking every damn time. And that's the frustrating. So you never want a quarterback like Derek Carr, who's a very rhythm quarterback. You don't want him to just settle in. And like if you're just playing 6 to 10 yards off and just letting him get into a rhythm, then you're going to see him pass for 31 to 34.
Yep.
It's frustrating.
You're gonna
so that's kind of like my biggest frustration is, I knew Sirianni and Jalen Hurts would have their issues that needed to work out, but Jonathan Gannon doesn't have a quarterback he's relying on. He's got Fletcher Cox. He's got Jonathan Hargrave. He's got Darius Slay. There's enough talent on that defense for him to not look this bad. So that's probably the most disappointing for me is the defensive side.
Okay, all right. Look, hey, my thought on the season so far is, look, it's just this. I'm disappointed. Regardless how brutal of a schedule we had, the first 6, 7, 8 games, but still, we was, besides the Cowboys game, and even that game, we was only down by 13 just to start the third quarter. So we still could have ran the ball and controlled the clock. So I'm disappointed because we are not using the players, the talent we have on this team to get us the W. We are relying on a, quote unquote, second-year quarterback / rookie quarterback still. He's still in his first full season. We are relying on him to throw us to victory instead of using the run game to open the passing game. That's why I say I'm disappointed. If Nick Sirianni came, the first day and did the flower metaphor, right? That whole, hey, if we planting seeds, we're doing this, we watering. I'm like, okay, so that means we ain't doing shit this year. Okay, all right, but we still growing and we still planting. No, he came saying, I'm going to use these guys to their strength. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So he kind of boost the fan base up, so like hyped up the fan base where it was like, oh my God, yo, we might do something. We might do something. And then we came out like, what in the world is this? Like catfish. Like, and you meet a girl online and you check, and she send you pictures and you meet her like,
okay. This is not what I'm expecting.
Go ahead, Tyler.
I was just gonna say, I mean, as frustrating as it's been, I do think that this team ends up with between 8 to 11 wins, and with the rough start and what's coming at the end of this year. There is a lot of winnable games. They haven't played the Giants yet. They haven't played the Washington yet. There's a lot of winnable
Jets
games.
Is still on our team. On our schedule. The Jets is still on there.
So I still think 10 wins is a possibility, and I think a wild card spot is a possibility. So for as much frustration that we have, it's still not as bad as I guess it feels or has felt. And that win against Detroit was huge, because if they lost to Detroit, I wouldn't have accepted this invitation to this podcast.
All right, hey, you know what? Hey, let's jump into the Detroit thing, and let's jump into the Detroit thing. You know why? Because look, on Monday night, I made a deal with this Detroit dude who was like, hey, win or lose, I will bring you on my podcast. Thank God we won, because there's no way, I would have been so depressed if we lost to the 0-7 Lions and then coming on here trying to be like, yeah, but we were so close. No, that wasn't going to work. So thank God we smashed them. So what are some of the reasons why the Eagles dominate the Lions this past Sunday? Because we literally was the only team that really dominated them like that, period. I mean, they played the Ravens. They played the 49ers. The Rams, nobody drugged them like the Philadelphia Eagles. Was it the team, or was it that the team that we played, the Detroit Lions? Like, what was the biggest factor why we dominated them like that? Go ahead, Tyler.
They finally got to the run game, man. Like that's just finally it. They finally got to the run game. They ran 46 times, and I think like 35 of those were running back runs. And the highest number that this team had was like not above 15 running back runs before this game. So they finally got to what the identity we all thought it would be. We never thought Jalen Hurts would be throwing 40 times a game.
Yeah.
And I think before the Lions game, the average, he was throwing 35 times a game. So they finally just were like, all right, let's do something that we're supposed to be doing. Let's rely on this run game. Jason Kelce, Lane Johnson, Mulata. and they finally used their strength, man. And that was probably the most. We were talking about expectations and disappointments. I guess I just didn't understand what the hell the idea of like when they were playing the Cowboys. Like, what are we trying to outscore them? Are we trying to go toe for toe against Pat Mahomes? So it was finally nice to just see them say, "Hey, we're going to run the ball down your throat. And we're going to dominate this game." So,
So do
yeah, it
you
was.
think it was because of the quarterback that we played, or just that we got fed up because the coach got called out?
I think it was. I think it was Nick Sirianni finally having awareness of what this, and that's going to be like the biggest thing that I'm looking for against the Chargers is if your run game isn't working in the first quarter, are you going to still be doing it in the third? Because it's easy to run the ball when it's working in the first quarter, but if it ain't working, again, that doesn't mean you go into panic mode and you let Jalen Hurts throw the ball 35 times. You got to be disciplined. So what I'm looking for, like moving forward, and what worked was the run game, and I hope that they stick by that.
All right, Coach.
I think just like the Atlanta Falcons, the Eagles came out ready to play. And when you say I don't listen to what everybody say, I don't look on Twitter, I don't listen to it. Yes, they do. They have them confirmed well. So it was definitely pressure on Nick Sirianni. Hearing the fan base say run the down ball, and they did. They dominated on the offensive line, and they ran the ball. I think Jordan Howard should be up on this team. To be honest with you, man, that guy. Everybody forgot how good he was in Chicago and Boston Scott. Every time he gets an opportunity, he balls out. And the defensive line was definitely disruptive on Sunday. Josh Sweat, Milton Williams, everybody, Hargraves, and the defensive line. You can finally see them getting the push on pushing that offensive line back. Something we haven't been able to do all season. But I also think it's a combination of Jared Goff being really a good quarterback in that offense. They got a lot of people hurt, and the only receiver you have to really game plan for is TJ Hawkinson is really their best weapon.
But their tight end,
their tight end is really actually you take him away. It's just they're not their average football team. I get that they were hanging around with everybody, but we all know the Lions are a complete joke. We all know that, even though they played close games. But like I say, I was happy about the win, but I wasn't impressed about it as much because I want to beat somebody that's really respectable, something we have not really done. The Chargers, I will be impressed with that game because they're a pretty respectable team and they got a pretty respectable offense and a decent quarterback. But other than that, I thought the run game dominated, and I thought the defensive line showed up and ready to play. And I just thought the Eagles came ready to play, and Nick Sirianni had a dominant game plan coming in. And like Tyler said, once that running game gets shut down, can you make adjustments to keep going to it, even though if it ain't working? Because if you keep going to it, you keep running the ball, eventually you're going to break that defensive line. You're going to get tired. You're going to open up play action. You're going to open up the screen game. And if it's not working, Jalen Hurts can't beat nobody with his arm. We already seen he cannot beat anybody with his arm. So that's the adjustments he needs to make in the first quarter against the Chargers. Are you going to come out running the ball, playing smash mouth football like we did against the Detroit Lions? Or if you figure it out, if they're stopping it, or is you going to turn Jalen Hurts into a passer again and make him beat teams, which is he haven't proved that he can do it. That's just what it is. But the Lions, I just thought we did a very, very good game controlling the defensive line, time of possession, running the football with Boston Scott and Jordan Howard. And every time Boston Scott gets an opportunity, he goes crazy. And I think Jordan Howard should stay up, man. That guy's a really good football player, man.
Look. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and say I saw this coming. The Detroit Lions sucked and all that. I'm not gonna say none of that because I thought this was going to be a 24-17 game, just based on what they put on the field the past 6 weeks. Like, I don't care what team we were playing that Sunday. We was not going to blow nobody out, just based on what we've been doing the past 7 weeks. Like, besides the Falcons, every team we play, we either just got behind and then we had to try to play catch up. So, but the Detroit Lions played competitive football. They ran the ball. Like, they actually was in these ball games. So we wasn't. So like we was. So, hey, just going into this game, I just wanted to win. I don't care if it was by 1 point or 7 points. I don't care what team it was. I just wanted a win. So I didn't expect this. I think the main reason why we got this win, regardless who we were playing, I did not recognize the offense or the defense. I mean, I didn't know. Like, I thought we was like I thought that Nick Sirianni got fired, and we got a new head coach that knew how to run the ball. Like, straight up, I'm like, what is going on? 46 times? I was like, that's not my coach. No, no, that's not my.
The thing that makes you scratch your head is just what like when he was looking at this roster in the preseason, what did you think that you were gonna get? Like, were you just like, like we're throwing to Devontae and Quez 20 times a game? Like, that was what made me, because I'm not somebody who's like, a head coach 1 year and they're done.
Mhm.
I'll never be on the wave of firing a head coach. But when he was the first 7 weeks, and I went to the Raiders game live. I went to Vegas, and to give you an idea of how I was feeling about the Lions game, I bet on the Eagles against the Raiders. I didn't touch them against the Lions going into the game. I was like, I ain't touching them. I don't trust them. So I just that was, I guess, and if I was a beat writer, I would ask him that, like, what was when did you have your epiphany that said, you know what? I can't be throwing 35 times a game. We need to get to the run. And if he goes back to it, then we know that that's his identity. Like, if he goes against the Chargers and and the Eagles are trying to drop 35 through the air, I don't know if Sirianni's going to be the guy.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, I really think that all the criticism, after we lost to the Raiders as bad as we did, Fletcher Cox was coming out and said, look, I'm not good in this defense. Like, I really think like that he really had this conversation with Jonathan Gannon before, but Jonathan Gannon was so stubborn and still kept on just doing the same play. Because look, Fletcher Cox had been on this team for a while. I've never heard him come out and say anything like that. Not even Jim Schwartz for years. Stick defense, never heard anything so negative like Fletcher Cox said. So I feel like
that was a big thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I
when
feel
a
like
team captain's coming out like that, that's a big thing. Because I agree. Fletcher Cox is very soft spoken. He ain't opinionated like that. So for him to come out, clearly it worked though.
Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying. So I'm just wondering, maybe that had a big thing to do with it, regardless if he's on defensive side or offensive side. Because once you start losing the locker room, you have to start listening to your players.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I feel like, hey, that's what triggered it. So I know you got to go, my guy. So hey, look, let me know if the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Chargers. Are you on the playoff bandwagon? Or are you just gonna say, hold up, I gotta see some more? And give me your score prediction for this upcoming Sunday. And who wins?
So I'm sipping on some Crown tonight, so I'm feeling pretty good. We'll go Birds. We'll go Birds 27-24.
Okay.
And if the Eagles beat the Chargers, I'm absolutely thinking wild card. If they put up a good fight, everything's contextual, man. I'm a very contextual person. It's hard for me to look past that, but I do think they match up well with the Chargers. I think Austin Eckler is going to be very annoying this week.
Yeah.
And Darius Slay needs to follow Keenan Allen, but I think he's going to struggle. He struggles against guys like Keenan Allen, and I think this is going to be a tough matchup for him. So I like the matchup. And if this game was in LA, I would not think the Eagles have a chance, but this game's in Philly. And the Chargers have to go all the way to the East Coast. So that makes me feel a little bit more confident. So we'll go 27-24 Birds.
Okay, man. Hey, look, if you're not doing nothing Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, I'm having a Eagles round table, just chilling, sipping and talking about the upcoming game with a whole bunch of Eagle content creator. So hit me up, and then I'll definitely send you the link if you're available.
I appreciate that. Yes, sir. I'll try.
All right, man. Hey, thank you for joining, man. Appreciate you.
All
right, y'all.
All right.
Hey, Coach, man.
What's up?
Hey, man. Look, let's talk about this. The trade deadline came and went, and I was shocked. Well, I kind of knew why Fletcher Cox was on the trade market because he came out. It happened to be when he came out and say, I'm not, hey, this is not working for me, blah, blah, blah. That's when I thought that Howie was like, you know what? We got to get rid of this guy. He's too
Mm-hmm.
talkative. He's too, his voice is too loud in his locker room. So he was on trade block. So how shocked were you that he was getting shot? And what do you see going forward? Like, is this marriage secured or is it bad things further to come down in the future?
I think it's over with. I think just because they already trying to shop him, they're gonna
Yeah.
look to shop him in the off season. Definitely, he's frustrated the way how things going, how he's been put in the wrong system. He just clearly frustration. He did it out of frustration, and sometimes, I mean,
Facts.
as a leader, you that's what you need to hear if you're a coaching staff or not. I mean, the guy just frustrated, and he didn't expect this season to go. He expect better from this coaching staff, from this organization. He expect better. So I value that on frustration of him not being happy about losing. And but like I said, I think it's the marriage is done. I really you're just trying to shop him. You tried to shop him. Now you definitely got to shop him in the off season. He's definitely going to one out. So I just think it's a relationship that can be fixed. But he's frustrated. You can tell he's frustrated,
Yeah.
and you can tell Nick Sirianni during that Raiders game he kind of lost the locker room and to respect the players a little bit before Sunday.
Oh, man, look, I agree with you. And I was kind of surprised, man. I was kind of surprised that it seems like that no Philadelphia Eagle great
Hmm.
could ever finish their career in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Like, I'm starting to feel like there's something in the front office. Man, it's not the coach. I
Yep.
think it's something in the front office that these players are seeing that we're not seeing
Hmm.
because the Brian Dawkins, the Malcolm Jenkins, even though he
Yep.
didn't start off as an Eagle, but he became a Philadelphia
Yep.
Eagle. The type of player that we love to see
Hmm.
retire as an Eagle. Even Donovan McNabb, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Him getting traded to the Washington football team, Redskins at the time. I mean, I could go on and on. Like, even Zach Ertz, like, we could not find a way to make it work. I
Hmm.
feel like that this marriage is over. I hear
Yep.
you because even though his tweet was like, "Oh, Philly forever, whatever." No, you try to trade me.
Yep.
You try to trade me, but you
Yep.
couldn't get what you want for me.
Yep.
And now you expect me to like, okay, you know what? You really want me to stay? Give me some more money. Show
Hmm.
me how much you want me. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
I
And I
wrote
don't
him
want
at
to hear
that point in
nothing.
time.
Well,
Yep.
it's too late to tell me anything now.
Yep.
Show me, or guess what? Release me or trade me. Because,
Yep.
like, regardless how much they're going to try to repair it this offseason, I know the Philadelphia Eagles want Fletcher Cox to retire as an Eagle.
Yep.
But they tried to trade Fletcher Cox. They was asking for a second and third round for him. Nobody would give the Philadelphia Eagles. Wait, this sounds familiar. The Eagles was asking for a third or fourth round for Zach Ertz, but
Hmm.
nobody would give him that. So that's the reason why he was still on our roster. So we about to go through the exact same thing. We just went through with Zach Ertz, and
Yep.
we gave him up for a fifth round pick and a cornerback. Like, so I think once you try to put me on the trade block, you can't fix it. Like,
Yep.
you cannot fix it. It's broken. If you want to fix it, give me some more money
Yep.
and I think about it. It depends how much you're gonna give me. But
Yep.
I just can't believe. Yes, I know Fletcher Cox has not been producing. I get it. I get
Hmm.
it. But everybody think that they're number one until that guy that's real number one goes away. And now you're like, dang, I was having so much success. I mean, you see it on teams after teams after team. The Pittsburgh Steelers, Antonio Brown was that alpha.
Hmm.
Oh, Juju was feasting.
Was
He
feasting. Yep.
he wanted to be that alpha.
Yep.
As soon as
Yep.
Antonio Brown left, Juju is right now like, he haven't been the same. In matter
He
of fact,
have been the same.
his season is over with. Like, I mean, there's so many examples of guys that think,
Yep.
I'm having a great career. I deserve to be number one. As soon the other guy that's dominant, that's been getting double team and triple team leave, and now all the attention is on you, things change. It's a whole different ball game. So
I
yes, we
mean,
love Hargrave. We love Hargrave, but the Pittsburgh Steelers, if they're gonna let you go, the Pittsburgh Steelers now, and you know that they develop, like edge rushers and like
yep,
rough, tough players on a defensive line, offensive line. If they're gonna let you go, what was it? What was the reason? Because you are young. Like Hargrave, been with us? This is his third year, I believe. His third year. He was hurt one year, and then,
yep,
but so I just don't think that the minute we let Fletcher Cox go, who's going to fill that role to get that double team to make Hargrave have the season that he's having right now? He's having a great season. 6.5 sacks, a lot of quarterback pressures and stuff like that. He's the reason why that our guys, Sweat and
yep.
Barnett and
And
and,
Mills,
and
Williams,
even
and all
Cox and
those.
Williams
Yep,
because he's on that line.
yep,
So I mean, I don't think it's just hey, let's get rid of Cox and our
yep,
defensive line. Hey, somebody going, just slide in.
yep.
No, there's only one Fletcher Cox.
Yep, it is. I mean, he's drawing double teams consistently, which allowing Milton Williams and opening it up from Hargraves and opening up to Josh Sweat to get those sacks. But like you said, think about when they ran Antonio Brown out of Pittsburgh and Tom Brady say, "Come on over here, man. Come win a Super Bowl with me."
Yeah.
And hey, what has he been doing since he joined? He's been acting like the old Antonio Brown ever
Yep.
since then. And now Juju Smith-Schuster can't stay on the field, cannot stay on the field all of a sudden.
Mhm.
Look at Von Miller going over there towards Aaron Donald. The Aaron Donald is already taking on two people and still getting to the quarterback. So think about
Exactly.
Von Miller on the other side of him, creating havoc. And I mean, Aaron Donald still dominating with two guys even on him, and he's still getting to the quarterback. Now, Von Miller getting on the other side, that is a scary defensive line to play. But I mean, again, Fletcher Cox just frustrated, man. He's just frustrated, and I just don't think the relationship could be fixed. And like you said, I rob the bank. If you want me to stay here, give me some money. I'll rob them. I'll go ahead and rob them
Hmm.
to show their loyalty. But other than that, I think he's gonna be out. I think they definitely got to do something, figure out what they're gonna do because they just tried to shop him as well. But I say he's opening up from other
Yeah.
guys. May not be getting to the quarterback. I know he's making a lot of money just to do
Hmm.
that, to wreak havoc. But if you're getting double teamed, that means you're opening up spots for Sweat and Milton Williams and Hargraves to have the success they're having.
Facts. So, what did you think about Wilson getting released and us picking up? Man, I forgot this dude name. Kerry something. Hey, the cornerback from the Denver
Yeah.
Broncos. So I mean, how did you feel about those two transactions?
Really, I don't even know the dude from LSU like that. I don't even know him from LSU. I don't even know how he is.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Well,
I
he's
gotta
about
still.
like 5'10",
Yeah,
185. He plays safety slash cornerback in LSU.
yep,
He got drafted in the seventh round this past draft, but we gave up a sixth-round pick. All of a sudden, hey, this dude did not play a snap. But
yeah,
hey, his value still went up. Like
yeah,
y'all understand how you got drafted in seventh round. We give up a sixth round to get you.
yeah.
But hey, for some odd reason, but he seemed like he's pretty fast. He runs
Hmm.
the 40 in about 4.38. So he's very fast and stuff like that. A lot of Eagle content creator was talking about him.
Hmm.
They wanted him and stuff like that. So maybe there's something there. But
Yep,
when did we become a cornerback factory? I
yep.
mean, like a couple of years ago, we was a quarterback factory.
Factory.
Like we kept
Now,
on getting
yeah,
quarterback, and now we are a defensive back cornerback
yep,
factory. Like and Eric Wilson, I mean, he
yep,
was cheap on the go. We
yep.
got him for like 2.5 million and stuff like that. How do you feel about those two transactions?
Eric Wilson. Like I say again, if he's not performing, it makes sense to let him go. If he's not performing at all, so none of our linebacking core was performing anyway.
Wait, do
Singleton,
you
probably.
think, hey, was it the scheme or does like those players in particular?
I think it could be the scheme, but it's a little bit of both. I mean, if you got guys consistently running the ball, that's a chance for the linebackers to come up and make a play on somebody to make a play on somebody, not make a play after they pass you. But like I said again, Singleton. I mean, I don't really like Singleton as a linebacker. Everybody was we was all raving about this guy in the preseason. Now during the season, he can't cover nobody. He looks like a cornerback or a safety when he's trying to hit somebody. That's what actually he looks like. I mean, I mean, Eric Wilson's on a cheap deal. He's on a cheap deal. So if he's not performing, you got the right to release him and let him go. And on that cornerback situation, I hope we do. I hope I do see some flashes out of him. Look like he's got. When I looked at his highlights, he got good ball skills and stuff. Look like he can stay with a lot of different receivers. But I mean, if you trade for a guy, you must want it. Must be the guy you really actually looking for him on film. And you must just want him. If you actually trade for a guy, I don't care if it is for a 6th round pick or either a 7th round pick. If you trade for a guy, you want that guy to part of your organization and your team. You see something in that guy. In Philadelphia, see something in this guy that can help this football team out.
Yeah, hey, look, I have a question for JB because J Bay, I'm about to read your comment. Yes, they did the right thing by keeping Fletcher Cox. If we lose him, it would be heartbreaking to our alignment. But check this out.
Yep.
We tried to get
But
rid of
trade him.
him,
Get
Jay.
rid of him.
Yo,
We trying to get
Jay Bay, we tried to get rid of him. So I mean, the damage is done.
Yep.
We kept him because we could not get enough for him. That's the
Mm-hmm.
only reason why we kept him. We didn't keep him just because he wasn't on the trade market. We put him. The Philadelphia Eagles put Fletcher Cox on the trade block, but they wanted a 2nd or 3rd round pick for him, a 2nd and a 3rd for him, but they could not get that. So they're like, you
Yep.
know what? We'll keep him. But I feel like the damage is done.
Done. It's done.
Like it's over with. So we're gonna lose him anyway, regardless. Look, if it's like this past trade of like that just happened, or this upcoming off season. I feel like that Fletcher Cox, the only way, and they restructured his contract, which did not make no sense to me.
Yep.
Because if you plan on trading somebody, why would you restructure his contract, pushing the money farther back? Now, if you get rid of him, you constantly on the book for double-digit figures for the next couple years anyway. Like you really dead money again. Like we didn't learn from Carson Wentz. Like why we keep trying to restructure this player's contract and then trying to get rid of him, and we still paying them to go play for another team. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Let me see. Your Grandizer, that's my stat guy right there. Grandizer, I'm telling you, he's in every chat with some stats.
Yeah.
So he was like Gary Vincent. He was projected to go 3rd or 4th round, but I never read why he fell in the draft. The Broncos are deep at cornerback, so they could part ways with K. Vincent. I mean, maybe. Look, I mean, I know that a few Eagle content creator was loving the trade, but we have a lot of cornerbacks. So are we gonna look? I know that Steven Nelson is on a 1-year deal, but are we gonna try to get rid of a big play Slay next year? I mean, like, what's going? So are we completely trying to go young, like in the secondary? So I'm kind of like, we always need some vets back there, man. Like you can't go too young. Like we had Malcolm Jenkins was back there. He was the heart and soul of that defense. And you could see the difference. Like everybody was like, man, if only we had Malcolm Jenkins, our defense would have been better. But we thought that Ronnie McLeod, he was going to be the Malcolm Jenkins on that defense. But, he started the season on the PUP list and could not perform in all this stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it just, I don't know, man. Like, I just want my team to have no drama, a drama-free team. Is that possible?
I mean, everywhere where you go, man, you're gonna have some drama regardless. You're gonna have some drama. You're gonna have some situations where people are gonna call people out. Captains are gonna call coaches out. You cannot go through a season without any type of drama and no type of sport or any type of adversity. And right now, we've been going through it all year long with the coaching staff, Fletcher Cox. Guys are frustrated in this locker room. People not utilized right. People not getting opportunities. It's gonna happen. It's gonna go through it. You're gonna get that in any sport, no matter what sport you play. But this team is clearly frustrated. Fletcher Cox broke the Campbell's back right there with that, and then they tried to trade him pretty much, which is they giving up on him. It seems like if you look at the way Dez Bryant left out of Dallas, they didn't like the way how outspoken he was and how honest that he was. They didn't like that, and that's how Fletcher Cox is. That's how Fletcher Cox is, man. They just didn't like it. They just didn't like it, man. They just didn't like how outspoken he was and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, let me see. Grandizer. Hopefully the Eagles got their next two starting cornerback in Gowan and Vincent. Their ceilings are high. Look, I mean, look, Gowan did get some playing time this past this past week against the Lions. He got a good stop in the end zone. But look, hey, look, I never get too up or too low. I mean, I'm like, show me. Like, I'm from Missouri. Hey,
Yep.
I'm from the show me state. All right. Even though I'm from Jersey, but AKA Missouri. Show me, if you could stop a 6'3" wide receiver or a Hopkins or a Devontae Adams or a CD Lamb, Amari Cooper. Show me that you could lock these dudes down
Yep.
before I jump on board.
Yep.
If not, then we're just experimenting, and the Philadelphia Eagle fans don't have time for experiment. Like, we want to win now.
Now,
Period.
period. I mean, you got the talent, you got the team, man. Like I say, everybody was high on this team throughout the preseason, and we looked at the talent. But once they got out there on that field, and we seen the way they perform now, it's in panic mode. And like I say, we should be. I mean, it starts with the organization, the top down to the bottom, the coaches, the
Mhm.
players. They are responsible for this, and everything has not panned out. Now, don't be surprised. I'm telling you, if Jalen Hurts is average, don't be surprised with those three first round picks. This organization may want to move on. I'm not saying we should move on. I don't know if he's going to
Yeah.
be the franchise quarterback. I don't know. As long as Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia, he's my guy. I'm gonna continue to support him. But right now, he's playing average football. He's not playing close to even a star status. He's not even playing close to that. So right now, he's got to be held accountable for this too.
Yo, hey, real quick before I go, if you're watching the stream, first of all, hit that like button. It costs you free 99. All right. As long you got your little phalanges and on both hands, or even one phalanges on just hit that like button. It helped this content get pushed out to other
Yep.
Eagle fans and stuff like that. So help a brother out. Hit that like button. And second of all, I have Coach Dante with me. All right. So let me tell you just a little smidget about Coach Dante. Before I found him, and baptized him into become a Eagles
Ah,
fan, he
yeah.
was a Houston Texans fan. He still is, by the way.
Yep.
He still is. But he had faith enough faith that the Philadelphia Eagles was going to do him right. That we was not going to have the same record as Houston Texans. And we don't. I don't think so. But
Yeah,
we
no,
don't.
no.
So, hey, look, hey, go check his page out. He does from basketball, like from Houston Texan basketball, from Eagles content, even some gaming. Yo, I'm telling you, he's
Yeah.
all over the place. So if you all into that stuff, just go check him out. Go subscribe to his channel. I promise you, you will not regret it. That's why he's on this stream right now, because I like the guy. Yo, he's a Houston Texans fan, but guess what? He's rocking the Birds this year. Hey, we can never have enough Bird fans in the house. Birds content creator in the house. And you know what? Hopefully he joined me on Friday night. This
I
Friday
am.
night,
I'm
I
Friday
plan on
night. I'm in the
having,
building. I ain't got nothing to
yes,
do. I ain't got nothing to do
Friday
Friday actually.
night, 9 Eastern. I plan on having Mad Eagles content creators, and we're just gonna be sipping and just shooting the crap, just talking about this upcoming game and all this BS that's going on around. So hey, look, trust me, you want to subscribe to both of our channels, but my God channel is on the screen right now. So hit that subscribe button. So, all right, look, and let's talk about the offense. What do you want to see from the Eagles moving forward? Like, I mean, if you want to see before last week, do you want to see that offense you saw, the pass heavy offense, or like what kind of team, like offensive side, do you want to see from the Eagles offense?
I want to see the same offense that we saw against the Detroit Lions. More running, less throwing.
Yeah.
We're not going to beat nobody if Jalen Hurts consistently throwing the ball 40 or 30 times a game. I, I understand you trying to give him a chance to prove what type of quarterback he can he beat people in the pocket, but he has not proven that. So right now,
Yeah.
Miles Sanders is hurt. Why not? Why not keep the run game going with Boston Scott and Jordan Howard? Jordan Howard was a very good running back, a Pro Bowl running back with the Chicago Bears, a big back
Mm-hmm.
who can also do good in pass protection as well. Boston Scott balls out when he gets an opportunity. The problem he has not gotten the opportunity.
Facts.
I just want to see us run the football, open up the play actions, stay away from those RPOs, get up under center, hand the ball off from under center more. I want to see more of a switch, more of a change on the offensive side of the
Yeah.
ball. And like I said again, man, do some you can still do a little motion in the shotgun if you want to. You can still do a couple of RPOs, but I want to see Jalen Hurts up under that center, commanding up under that center, handing off the ball. And I want to see more smash mouth football like we did against the Detroit Lions. I don't the Chargers are not good stopping the run. They're not good stopping the run at all. They're not good at stopping the run. They're 32nd in the league in stopping the run. So that should tell you right there, hey, let's run, come out, hit them in the mouth and running the football. Now, if they stop the running game, will he continue to do it? Will even though if it's not working, you
Yeah.
keep defenses honest. That's kind of like scared to shoot in basketball, not taking a shot. So the defense is gonna keep drawing back off you to
Yeah.
make you shoot to make sure you don't come to the paint. But would you keep doing it if they're making adjustment and stopping to it, or would you do the same thing again? Jalen Hurts, hey, let's try to gash him up with your own something Jalen Hurts is not gonna do. Because you got to do it to keep that damn offense off the goddamn field. You got to do it to keep Justin Herbert's offense off the field because they have problem guys. They have Keenan Allen. They have Mike Williams, who's a big body receiver.
Yeah.
Anytime you throw it up to the end zone, and then our cornerbacks are very small, he's
Don't
going to go up
forget
there and get it.
the tight end.
The
The
tight
tight
end,
end. Shoot,
that tight
Cook,
end, yeah, Cook.
Cook. Man, his
Yeah,
last name
Cook.
is
Yeah,
Cook.
yeah, it's Cook.
Yo,
I know.
he's
Yeah,
big.
yeah, he's very big. So they got playmakers, and Austin Eckler is going to be pretty decent.
Yes.
And they got that rookie Roundtree who can run the football as well. So they got a little good 1-2 combination. And the tight end is Jared Cook. Jared Cook. That's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
tight end right
Yeah.
there.
Jared
So
Cook.
this is going to be a tough game for the Philadelphia Eagles. But I want to see more running the football what we did last week.
Man, look, I'm gonna be all on the defensive side because I think this game is gonna be
Yeah,
one on the defensive side.
yeah, definitely,
Because I
definitely.
feel like if Jonathan Gannon just play not 100% of
Hmm.
what he did against the Lions, because of course the Chargers is gonna look at the Lions tape and say, you know what? Oh wow, oh wow.
Hmm.
So at least 75%. You know what I mean? So hey, I don't want you to blitz 10, 11 times. And why not blitz 7 to 8 times?
Hmm.
You know, when he's not expecting it. If you watch that game or highlights of that game, the Patriots was like faking the blitz and then
Hmm.
dropping everybody back. But he's a young quarterback still.
Yep.
Remember, this is his second year.
Yep.
Even though he played 20 something games, this is Justin Herbert's second year. And that's why they lost 2 in a row because right now teams are starting to figure him out.
Hmm.
So if I was the Philadelphia Eagles, I want to see the exact game plan minus a few less blitzes because he's gonna pick up on that. You know,
Yeah.
hey, if you're a good offensive coach, you really gonna say, hey, look, hey, these guys are coming 10, 15 times. Hey, this is what we're gonna do. So, but if
Hmm.
you kind of fake it, but then they already have it on like in their mind that they're already coming. Now
Mm-hmm.
you already got your pregame offensive snap ready, and then they drop back. You are confused. So that's what
Yep.
we need to do. Like we need
Yep.
to constantly just play games with him. Go in, come out, go in, come out, just go around, just blitz, just constantly just blitz, just drop people back. Because the best way to stop Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, a Jerry Cook, Austin Eckler is to blitz the quarterback and get him to the ground. That's
Yep.
what the Eagles was good at the first 3-4 games. Like we played the first game, we played Kyle Pitts, Ridley, Cage, and stuff like that. We stopped them. The second game we play Kittles, Debo
Yep.
Samuel, all the we stopped them. You know what I mean? It just we beat ourselves by not running the ball, by
Yep.
stepping out of bounds and catching a touchdown, a legal touch after we step out of bounds. So we killed ourselves. And in the third game, we had CD, Cooper, and the tight end is the reason why we lost because we were so busy focused on the wide receivers. But once again, we was only down by 13 against Dallas in the
Yep.
third quarter. But this coach got so scared. He got
Yep.
so scared and said, you know what? Enough. Let's throw, which is not a recipe to beat a team that has
Yep.
firepower.
That's what I'm saying. Again, I definitely agree with you. You're not going to beat the Cowboys trying to get in the shootout. If you're trying to get in the shootout with the Cowboys, you're not beating the Cowboys getting
No.
into a shootout. That's just not going to happen. And another thing in that game, from the start of the game, Dallas came out running the football. And
Yeah.
I think our defensive line was gassed about a
Yeah.
probably midway through I would say early in the third, midway through the second, early in the third, somewhere now. I think that defensive line was gassed
Yeah.
out. Zeke Elliott kept pounding, kept coming at him and Pollard. And that's what you do to teams. You wear them down by running the football. And that opened up CeeDee Lamb and Jarwin and Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz just had a field day on us as that tight end. He just had a field day on us. He just
Yeah,
ate
but
man.
CD and Cooper did
Yeah,
nothing besides
yeah.
like that first one catch that
That
CD
first
had.
play, CD had a 49, probably a 40, 50 yard
Yeah,
catch
besides
right
that
there
was
up out of the
nothing.
gate. It was nothing, but it was all run, tight end.
Just
That
tight
was
end.
pretty much for Dallas. And then by Nick Sirianni coming out trying to throw the ball, you just basically trying to get in the shootout saying, hey, I have to put points on the board. I have to put points on the board against this team. And that's not going to work against a team like Dallas or any team that you go against like the Kansas City Chiefs
Mm-hmm.
who put points on the board. You're not beating them
No.
in a shootout. In this
No.
game this week, if you're try to do that against come out and do anything, go away from the run and do that against Justin Herbert, we will lose this game because you can't get in a shootout against high power offensive teams. You have to control the clock. You have to control time of possession. Uh, Something we haven't done in 4 or 5 games. This is the only game we control time of possessions. Every other game we
Yeah.
lost the time of possession. With time of possession, if anybody don't know what that means you're keeping that offense off the field. That opposing team offense off the field. You controlling the clock. You kept the ball more than they did. So that's what it means. We have not done that. We done that last Sunday, controlling time of possession because we dominated the run game. We dominate the run game. So we do that on Sunday, and this defense can make adjustments and not leave guys on an island and get to the Justin Herbert. I think we have a great shot.
Yeah, and that's my biggest fear. I fear because Nick Sirianni, hey, he came out and said, "Look, I banned the run because from the get go, I knew that we had to go touchdown for touchdown against the Chiefs. Why would you even come out and say
Yep.
that? Because you look, in a as a boxer, right? If you ever box or anything,
Mm-hmm.
if you're good at something, you make that person adjust to you.
Yep.
You
Yep.
don't adjust to them, you will
Mm-hmm.
lose.
You will
Nine
lose
times
every
out of
time.
10, you will get knocked out because that's not your game.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are making that person go your strategy, like adjust to you, you will win.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a sign of a young coach. I mean, that's a sign of a coach that's been waiting all his life to call plays, and
Yep.
he finally got his opportunity. He was like, "Oh my God, oh, this is my offense. I'm about to do what I want," and that's what I think where we went wrong at,
Yep.
because he's not trying to make the quarterback successful. He's trying to look good for
Yep.
himself.
Yep.
You know, because look, if he used his type of offense and we win, Nick Sirianni is on a pedestal, like
Mm-hmm.
number one coach, blah blah blah. But if he don't use his offense and we win, they're like, oh, the Eagles running offense is pretty good, but
Mm-hmm.
he's not getting credit for that because he's not the running offensive dude or the
Mm-hmm.
running back or anything. So he's afraid that because I watched this game against Detroit. Not one time did I see him like celebrating with Jalen Hurts. You know, the fist pumping, the all
Yeah.
this, this.
Yeah.
Yo, I didn't see that. And then we put up what wait, how
44.
many points?
44.
44 points.
Yep.
I didn't see Nick doing all this and blah, none of that. Because you know why? It wasn't through the air.
Yep.
It was all ground and pound. So he had nothing to celebrate. I
Yep.
feel like that he was mad that this was actually working.
Yep.
And he was like, damn, wow, my offense is not working. Whatever this offense is working. But he was not excited. Like, and
No.
not one time. And the camera usually catch that. You know, against the Falcons, against the 49ers when we score a touchdown, the camera go to the coach and Jalen Hurts, and I'm telling you, they showed him always dancing the whole little handshake stuff. Not one time. We scored 44 points. Not one time. Minimum, that's 6 touchdowns.
Yep.
Minimum, but not one time because it was not through the air.
Yep. I
So
mean,
what can I say? I think that he's really want his own offense.
yep.
Like he had a vision in mind when he got hired, or when he was like, when I grow up, I want to run this offense. And I feel like right now he's growing up. His offense is not working yet. Man, I'm not going to say, hey, look, it's a better offense, but you have a young quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
your young offensive coach or / head coach. So why not just make it easier and just slowly but surely become a Sean McVay, a air it out type of coach. But you can't just come out and just come on the scene and say, you know what, we're gonna air it out today. We're just gonna keep on airing out all season, and you're losing. So just stick to what's is working, which is the running game. And I feel like I'm begging Nick, regardless if the running game is working or not, I don't see why it would not work because the Chargers are 32nd. They are the worst run stopping defense in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But when we played against the Cowboys and the Chiefs, they were almost like 31st or 30th or 32nd pass stopping team in the league. We do not attack the team weakness that we're playing. That's my problem.
Yep. I mean, you said it best earlier. You can't try to beat the team that tries to outscore you. You can't do their game plan. You can't adjust to them. You can't do that. You cannot go fire with fire all the time. That's the problem. When you try to do to Dallas, he's panicking already, saying, "Oh, we gotta throw the ball. We gotta score points against this team. We gotta try to outscore them." That's not something you should go into that game and do. That's not something you're gonna win. Kansas City literally takes a couple stops, just like that. It takes a couple stops, and their offense is pretty much unstoppable. I mean, you stop all that by controlling time of possession. And if you keep trying to throw the ball and stuff on them, they're gonna figure and be one dimensional. They're gonna stop you. They're gonna adjust to anything that comes with you, and that's in the Kansas City Chiefs. Their first priority is not running the football. They're very
No,
fast.
they're not even that good.
They're not
Looking
even
back
that
at it.
good. They're not even that good at running the
Giants
football.
took them to the wire.
Took them to the wire. They beat us controlling. How How does Kansas City control time of possession against the Philadelphia Eagles? Something they don't really
Running
do.
the
They
ball.
they ran the football
They
and
ran
still and
through
outscored us
us.
and outscored us and ran through us. We didn't run the football. We tried to literally outscore them. Why they
Yeah.
did what we supposed to actually did. That was to run the football.
We try to do their offense
Yes.
instead of our offense. But if you look at it, the first 3.5 quarters, we was like boom, boom, boom,
Hmm.
boom until Devontae Smith stepped out of bounds, came back in bounds, caught the touchdown.
Yeah.
Yo, that play right there would literally make us be down by like 5 points,
Hmm.
like with a plenty of time left. But that call went against us, and then we never recovered in the fourth quarter with like 8 minutes left and stuff like that. So, like, I don't even look at the final score and say, "Oh my God, hey, y'all got dominated." No, we did not.
Yep.
No, we did not. We
No.
was up at one point. It was like back and forth until the fourth quarter,
Hmm.
and that one little mistake flipped the whole game around because it forced us to instead of touchdown, we went back 10 yards and then we tried to get and it was all over then
Yeah.
because the play calling was bad and this and that. And instead of going for we went for instead of kicking a field goal, we tried to go for it. Everything went wrong, but we was
Hmm.
in the game
Yep.
better than the Giants and this Kansas City Chief game I watched on Monday night. I never fall asleep on football. I love football.
Yep.
But this past Monday night, the third quarter, I was like, oh my God. Like, I was falling asleep until the last 6, 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. Man,
Hmm.
I woke up. Man, that's how boring this game was. There wasn't no entertainment. It was
Yep.
like, Chiefs, I expect y'all to blow them out. Why
Yep.
y'all still this close? It just
And the
wasn't making no
Giants,
sense.
the Giants could have won that game, but they're undisciplined. Undisciplined penalties.
Yes.
The offensive line, Lindell, they actually had a chance to beat Patrick Mahomes
Yeah.
though. If it
Facts.
weren't for the offensive line wasn't blocking, and
Yeah.
the boneheaded outside penalty definitely killed them, and that Thompson penalty killed them as well. So they definitely
Yeah.
had a chance. That
Especially that
yeah.
taunting penalty.
Oh yeah. That
Because
penalty
that would
killed them.
put them on the Kansas City 40-yard line.
Yeah.
And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden it drove them back
Backwards. Yep.
to the a 45-yard line or 40-yard line on their side. And it
Hmm.
was all over then.
They had the Chiefs. They had the Chiefs. I believe
Yeah.
third down. I believe third down with a tie game. The dude all of a sudden jumps outside, and pretty much that was that
Yeah.
was pretty much it.
Yeah. Look, I just think if the Philadelphia Eagles say, hey, you know what? We're at home. We
Mhm.
need a home win, please. I've never went this long into a season and not seen a Philadelphia Eagle team could win at home.
Mhm.
We love to play at home. We was dominate at home. All of a sudden this year, all of our 3 wins, all of
Came on
our
the road.
3
Came on
wins
the road.
is on the road.
Yep.
Atlanta with Carolina and Detroit. Like, come on, we need a home win.
Home win. I mean,
And
I want a statement win, period, man. I want to win against somebody that's respectable, that's
the
good. That's
Chargers, the
and the
Chargers
Chargers,
are
oh, that's what I'm saying. They
respectable.
are respectable. That's
Yeah.
who I want to win against. I'm tired of winning against people like the Falcons, like the people like the Jets, the Lions. Wait for us just to snap a losing streak against teams like that. I want to be somebody respectable. You're not a playoff team or a wild card team if you can't beat nobody respectable
Mhm.
like the Chargers or anything or the Raiders. You're just not a good team if you can't beat anybody like that. You have to be better to beat some type of playoff invitation team to prove that we got something here or we can make a statement. This starts this Sunday. We have to be able to figure out a way to beat this Chargers team.
But look, the good thing is this. We beat the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
We beat the
Beat
Carolina Panthers.
Panthers.
Those are NFC teams. They
Yeah.
are ahead of us in the playoffs
Yeah.
right now.
Yep.
So if all records are even, we jump boop, boop, boop,
Over
both
them.
of them
Yeah, we jumped
over
both of them.
them
Yeah.
because we got the head-to-head matchup.
Yep.
So it wasn't a bad thing that we beat them on the
Mm-hmm.
road because hey, we didn't play them at home.
Yep.
But man, we just need a home win.
Yep.
And I feel like that this Sunday, I'm gonna say my prediction on my stats, but I feel good about this Sunday coming up. All right. So with that being said, what is your biggest concern facing the Chargers defense? They do not have uh, Melvin Ingram no more, but they do got Bosa still. I mean, there's the secondary is top in the NFL, and just like us, and we're top in the NFL. We're stopping,
Mm-hmm.
long passes and stuff like that, but we're bad in the run defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there are a carbon copy to the Philadelphia Eagles when it comes to defense. The strong D line, but the linebackers are weak.
Yep.
That's why they are so bad in stopping the run.
Yep.
So, what is your biggest concern facing the Chargers defense?
Well, the biggest concern is the defensive line, and they being able to get to Jalen Hurts. The offensive line have to protect better, and like I said, their defense is similar to our defense.
Yeah.
I think our cornerbacks are very good. Their cornerbacks are very good. Asante
Mhm.
Samuel Jr.
Exactly.
Is very
Yeah.
good over there. So their corners and their secondary is pretty good as a whole. Their
Keep
linebackers,
borrowing.
the
Yeah.
linebackers, just like our linebackers, won't come up and hit, won't come up and cover anybody. So it's just a similar deep defense to ours, but it just we just got the same defense. Both defensive line, secondary, linebacking core just poor on both sides of the ball. So really, my concerns is it's the defensive line and being able Jalen Hurts making mistakes. That is my concern. I want to
Facts.
keep Jalen Hurts upright, and I want to basically establish the running game, but keep the defensive line off our quarterback. Keep Nick Bosa contained. Keep him contained. Don't let him wreck this game. Wreck this Eagles game coming up because he has a great. It's a great chance that he could. That guy's a great player. That defensive line is scary. They can get to the goddamn quarterback, and their secondary is very, very good. So that is my concern facing that defensive line too. It's gonna always be a concern when you playing a great defensive line and them
Yeah.
getting to the quarterback. So the offensive line has to protect Jalen Hurts. Protect Jalen Hurts.
Look, my Bosa.
Yeah.
Bosa. Yo, that's my only concern
Yep.
because Melvin Ingram, even the Chargers, like
Hmm.
I was on their page and Twitter and stuff like that. Yo, Melvin Ingram is really, really missed because you
Yep.
could not double team Bosa and Ingram.
Yep.
So like you literally had to pick your poison. So that's why Bosa this year, his production is actually down because Ingram is gone.
Yep.
So as far as their defensive front goes, it's really Bosa or bust.
Yep.
And then the secondary, the linebackers, man, we just talked about it. The
Yep.
32nd and running defense
Hmm.
because they can't stop nobody.
Yep.
Either they can't find the hole, like they can't
Yep.
see
Yeah, they
where
just
the,
like our
where the
linebackers. Just basically,
exactly
yeah.
like our
Just
linebackers.
like ours.
Like unless they blitz,
Yep.
unless they come with that firepower and just try to bring everybody up to the line, which
Hmm.
which if I was a defensive coordinator for the Chargers, that's exactly what I would do. I was like, hey, go get Jalen Hurts because I'm
Yep.
gonna make Jalen Hurts beat me.
Yep.
I'm not gonna let Jordan Howard or Boston Scott or Gainwell or even Miles Sanders one-legged. Nobody's gonna beat me besides Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
Period. But are they gonna do that? Man, I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
but their secondary is look, I would go Dallas. This is a Dallas Goddard game
Yep.
because if you're talking about Asante Samuel Jr. on one side, Dorian on the other, so why would you try to go to the outside corner when your tight end is going against some linebackers probably or your third string corners? So you need to attack the weakness.
Yep.
But that's just me, though. I mean,
Yep.
I don't get paid to tell the coaches what to do. But I mean, if I could see it, you got coaches that's getting paid millions of dollars to come up with a defensive scheme to say, hey, you know what? In offensive scheme, say, you know what? I'm going to have Goddard ball out today because this linebacker, I would go back and watch all their games, all the Chargers games, and say, you know what? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Weakness right there. So I would attack their weakness, which is their linebacker. You got a Dallas Goddard easily since Zach Ertz have been gone for a couple of games, has averaged over 70-something yards receiving. So, I mean, he's doing pretty darn good because we don't throw the ball a lot, So,
Yep.
but I'm just saying, I would just attack the linebacker core, run the ball,
Run
do
the ball.
not
Yep.
give up. Do not
Yep.
give up on the running game. Do not give up on the running game because the Philadelphia Eagles have won at least 3 out of 5 matchups against the Chargers. So we know how to beat them. And they had Phillip Rivers. They still had Keenan Allen then too. And they still had Mike Williams there too. So, I mean, this is the exact same team minus Phillip Rivers and Ingram. I mean, Blunt ran through this team.
Yep.
So if LeGarrette Blunt could run through this team, I'm pretty sure over time, with the combination of Boston Scott, Gainwell, Jordan Howard, Jalen Hurts, we could run through this team too.
Yep.
So, all right, so let me ask you a question. What would you like Jalen Hurts stats to be passing wise? At the end of the game, what are you comfortable with? Jalen Hurts, this for that.
I'm comfortable with Jalen Hurts by 300 yards, at least 300 yards. 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, 1 on the ground, 2 in the air, and at least 20 throwing the ball at least 20 times, 20 of 25 at least.
Yeah.
Those are respectable stats from Jalen Hurts. At least. Don't throw the ball 39, 40 times. That's too much against a team that only stops that only 30 seconds against the run. You should not be throwing the football more than running the football. If you see a defense coming in 30 seconds and cannot have no idea how to stop the run, you cannot throw it over 39 times. But I say 20 times, at least 20 times. You can at least get away with that. But I that's why I see Jalen Hurts stats at least 20 for 25, at least 300 and 3 tubs.
Yeah, look, hey, I completely agree with you. Like, I would not be mad if he throws for 15 to 20 times.
Yeah.
Because that means that we are running the ball.
We are balanced. We are balanced at that point.
Way past balance. We are like, we ran the ball. Hey, Jalen Hurts was 7 for 14 this past game.
Yep.
And we ran the ball 46 times. 7 for 14. That's at least 60 plus plays. But we were controlling the clock.
Yep.
So I would not be mad. 20 is my max. Period. I do not want to see Jalen Hurts throwing no more than 20 times. So that means that we are controlling the ball, that we're running the ball, that we controlling the clock, and that we are control of this game. He makes, the first down when is necessary, either through his legs or through the air with, but he's not throwing 30, 40, 50 times. I mean, that's a recipe for a loss. Yep. So, yeah, I agree with you completely. So, no more than 20 times.
No more than 20 times. No more than 20. 20 is about the limit right there. He needs to be throwing the ball.
Yeah, I mean, facts. Number 6 is guaranteed this game. Look, I don't care who guaranteed this game. And Devontae Smith, look, I'm not going to say he's been a disappointment at all. No, I'm not going to say that. I feel like that with a top-notch quarterback that could get him like that knows the route. Look, if Devontae Smith is a route runner,
Yeah.
like if he gets open and waiting and waiting and waiting for the ball, it's too late.
Yep. And
You like
plus,
you got go ahead.
if you taking the fact of this reason, like I say again, I think Devontae Smith's still gonna be something in this league. I
Oh
still
yeah,
got faith in him.
absolutely.
But
Yes.
when your first option is you're eyeing Devontae Smith and staring him down, the
Yeah.
defense is knowing where you're gonna go. They're know, hey, he wants Devontae Smith every time he throws the ball. That's why you got Goddard. That's why you got Rager, who hasn't really actually got an opportunity because every time
Yeah.
he's open is either pass interference or you either throwing the ball behind him or short. I'm glad they got him involved early in the game last weekend with some couple of reverse plays and some quick passes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why I'm so
Rager,
excited.
yeah.
Yes, that's why I'm so excited. And then you got Quez Watkins over there open up. The ball has to be spread around to take pressure off Devontae Smith. Every time Hurts drops back, if Devontae Smith not open, he take off running, regardless of his first read.
Yeah.
The pocket can be a clean pocket, but if it's not there, he's automatic gonna take off. That's why you need to run the football to take some of that pressure off Jalen Hurts. Some Jalen Hurts. That way, again, it can be a lot of pressure off of him. You won't have to worry about this guy beating you with his arm. With his arm, you gotta limit the times he throws the ball. 20
Yeah.
times, like I said, is his limit. But also, if you're stepping back looking for Devontae Smith every single time, defenses are gonna key on that. They're gonna take him out of the game because you're not being balanced between the run and getting other guys involved.
Yeah. So all right. And with that being said, so how shocked were you that Jalen Rager was doing a lot of reverses and sweeps and all these gadget plays last week that open up the offense for what are they about to do? Are they going to run it up the gut? Are they going to hand it off? Are they going to pass it? Like I believe that opened up this offense before he got
Yep.
hurt.
I mean, again, man, I said, like I say, everybody slept. Everybody's saying, "Hey, let's get this dude up out of here. This guy is trash." I say, "Hold on, the
Yeah.
guy's not getting opportunities. Every time the ball comes his way, he is either overthrown or low, underthrown. Every time he just not getting opportunities. You
Yeah.
see it on Sunday. That's why I'm glad you brought that up, and that's why I brought it up because I seen him on some reverse trick plays, some quick passes.
Yeah.
This guy can be predicted
That's his
yes,
that is specialty right there.
yes.
That's why we drafted him for over Justin Jefferson because
Mhm.
he was a gadget guy.
Yep. And that's why if he gets an opportunity, he can be a guy like that. He can be a guy like that that you can do some RPOs with trick plays and stuff, motions out, screen plays. That's what he got. He just got to get the opportunity. He has to get plays calling from for him or Inquez Watkins. He got to get involved more in the offense, and you make this offense more balanced and easier. And Devontae Smith will break free once these guys get an opportunity. That's why I'm so glad to bring that up. And I'm glad you also brought that up too, as well. To let everybody, Jalen Rager is a pretty solid player. He's probably not going to turn into a stud. He's probably not going to turn into none of that, but he
Yeah.
can be useful on the offensive side of the football if given the opportunity.
All right. So let's think on the wide receiver core.
Okay.
So who do you? All right, man. This is a like. All right. So who do you think is the best wide receiver on the Philadelphia Eagles?
Oh my god. It's so none of these guys really getting opportunities. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my
See,
god.
that's the thing.
It does
Yeah,
see it doesn't
opportunities matter,
the
man.
opportunity. That's what
Opportunity.
I say. Opportunities matter. I
Yeah.
can't. We all can't just say, "Oh, Devontae Smith, just the best wide receiver," because the opportunity is not there actually. Because I mean, when Jalen Hurts is one read and he's out, or either he's overthrowing guys, he's missing them. Jalen Hurts, I'm not gonna say Rager. He's not getting opportunities. Watkins right now by opportunity and playmaking,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
have to go with Watkins at this point right now. He's making more of the big plays. He's got pretty much more opportunities. Every time you need to play, he's always the one pretty much making the big time play down the field. I'm gonna have to say Watkins, but I really don't actually want to say nobody because really nobody's not getting the opportunities. And by not running the football, that's not opening up for other guys. So I'm the closest. I'm just gonna have to go with Watkins, the closest.
Look, I agree with you. I think that Watkins is the like clear
Yeah.
cut, but it's also his second year. Yes,
Yes.
that's also Jalen Rager's second year, but Jalen Rager is not that dog. He don't have
Yeah.
that dog in him. But Quez Watkins had that dog in him, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why he's just been outperforming, Devonta Smith and Rager. So I
Yep.
feel like that. Hey, he got that dog in him, and I would put Quez as number one. But see, it seems like, hey, with the Philadelphia Eagles, it doesn't matter if you're number one, number two, number three. It doesn't matter because nobody really get the ball
That's what
anyway.
I'm saying.
You know what I
So
mean? So
that's why
it
I
really
picked
doesn't matter
Watkins. That's why I actually picked Watkins
because
because
of
he
the
made
limited
some
opportunities.
opportunity. And when we needed a big play in
Yeah,
any situation, he's been the one to make that play. The
yeah.
pass against Dallas, how he went up and caught that. Carolina, every game he's made a big play on limited opportunities. That's why I picked Watkins out.
Okay.
So, but really, it gets 50-50. Nobody's really got an opportunity,
Yeah.
actually.
Hey, Victor. Hey, thank you for joining the live stream. Hey, first of all, if you're not following me on YouTube, go on my YouTube, subscribe to my channel, and go on my guy, Coach Dante YouTube, and sub him up
Yes,
because,
sir.
look, we were supposed to originally have a Sunday pregame show, but
Hmm.
things came up, and it is what it is. But he's always there.
I'm always here,
He
man.
is
I'm
always here.
always
So this is
yeah.
his link. So go check him out. You will not be disappointed. But look, hey, check this out, right? Hey, check this out. I love the question right here that Victor brought up.
Yeah.
I would like to grab OBJ and Jalen Smith. To me, those are the two worst players. I mean, look, just on me. Those are the two worst players that the Philadelphia Eagles could possibly get right now. One, OBJ. The Philadelphia Eagles, just based on the quarterback we have, is not a passing team.
Yep.
Agree or not?
I agree with that.
Okay.
I agree with that. And plus, you don't want him frustrated and become a counselor in the locker room. He's even
It's
more of a counselor if he's not getting opportunities. So,
exactly.
yes, you don't want him
Okay.
in your locker room, and he's very emotional.
Yeah.
He's already showing it. And Jalen Smith, no, I would rather have Zach Cunningham over Jalen Smith to actually
Yeah.
be honest
I mean,
from the
yeah,
Houston
but
Texans.
Zach
Yeah,
is gone. So I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
but so he just putting it obvious. And then the thing is this. Victor. A question strictly for Victor. So, do you want the Eagles to rely on Jalen Hurts more or the running game? Because based on your answer, just based on your answer, if you choose OBJ, then you want the Eagles to abandon the run and throw more, which we've been doing all season, which has not been successful. But if you choose the opposite, that means that you want OBJ to be pissed off the
Yep.
same way he's on the Browns.
Yeah, and he
So which
was on
makes
the
no
Giants.
sense.
He was pissed off
Yeah,
on
the
the
Giants
Giants.
because he's not
Yep.
getting the ball thrown towards his way. So it's all about if you want Jalen Hurts to constantly be throwing the ball to be the guy that leads to a championship, just throw, because OBJ will demand the ball. The guys
Yep.
we have right now are so young. I mean, they're not gonna get pissed off and just
Yep.
cuss out the coach or the quarterback. Yo, they're all like 1-2 years apart.
Yep.
So OBJ been in the league for at least 7-8+ years. So believe me, he believed that he's a man-made. He's trying to prove himself. He's trying to get a contract. So just bring him to Philadelphia Eagles. Unless you believe that, hey, we should be a throwing team, we're not going to get OBJ.
And
If
guys
you
already not
believe,
getting opportunities
yeah,
either. And Jalen Hurts has an accuracy issue. Do you really want OBJ a part of that? No accuracy issues, and not being able to get the ball, and especially want to come in and be an alpha dog over these young
yeah,
guys.
exactly.
Yeah, you don't. No,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
and
not gonna
then
really
he
work.
said we need that vet to lead our receiver. OBJ is not a role model.
Yeah, he's not a leader.
He's not a leader.
He's not
He's
a
not
leader.
a
He's
role
not a
model. Yo,
leader.
I want to get Larry Fitzgerald
Yep.
out of retirement if he's retired on the Philadelphia Eagles or even Allen Robinson. Yo, I'd rather
Yep.
get him than OBJ. OBJ is still social media famous. He's still trying to put his name out there. He's still trying to be that guy. So he's not gonna like mentor anybody. All right. So he's not gonna
Yeah.
mentor Smith, Watkins, Rager. He's gonna want his own show.
Yep.
We're not even throwing the ball. So how the hell do you you gonna want your own show when we're not even getting nobody any show?
Nobody is really getting the ball and getting the
Exactly.
opportunity. So that wouldn't work right with OBJ, and he is not a leader. If he was such a leader, why would you? He said, I would take DJ.
Hell no. Look, Deshaun Jackson been a disappointment. Every time he come to Philly, golly, I love me some Deshaun Jackson, but God, he is cursed in Philadelphia. Like every time he comes to Philadelphia, he can't stay healthy. He cannot stay healthy, but he go to other teams. He's healthy for like a year, 2, 3 years. And so he come back to Philadelphia. Why do you think the Eagles brought him back to Philadelphia? Because he was like beating us so bad against Washington, winning for Washington. Eagles like, hey, come back home and this and that. And the minute he came back home, he had one good game the first year, 200 yards receiving, 2-3 touchdowns, and then that's it. In the second year, he barely was existing, and then he got hurt. Hell no. Deshaun Jackson, I'm sorry. He needs to go to another team or retire. Do not come back to Philly. For some odd reason, when players come to Philly, they get hurt or injured. I don't know what it is. I'm not the training staff coach or the GM or anything. When players come to Philadelphia, like they could be healthy all their lives. The minute they come to Philadelphia, they are hurt for the year. They're hurt after a game. So
Yep.
I'm done with that. I'm done.
Yep.
So DJ, I love you, brother. Hey, I'll get your number 10 jersey, but I do not want you back in Philadelphia. Coach.
I mean, again, I definitely agree
Mhm.
with you. But by the way, Victor Parker said OBJ is a leader. I disagree with that. I mean,
Where
again,
you say that at?
if he was about, he said a veteran leader, so that means you're basically calling him a leader.
Yeah, no.
You call him a basically a leader. He wouldn't be on that damn boat the day before the game going against Green Bay. And guess what? He did drop 2 touchdowns in that game against Green Bay,
He
which lost
was
him the
young
game.
that game,
He
though.
was
So
young
you
back
know what I mean?
then, but yeah, but you
Yeah,
still got Victor
yeah, I give him
Cruz
a
and all
pass
those
though.
guys. Yeah, I can't give him a pass on that. But you got to come on. I don't want guys are not getting the opportunity already, and OBJ is just going to become a counselor in his locker room if he's not
Yeah,
going to get the ball. And if the ball is even one time even inaccurate to him while he's open, you're gonna see him crying on the sideline, hitting that net, and the
net
net gonna hit
kicking
him back.
it, and
Yo,
like,
you
yeah,
don't want all that. You don't want that hot head
yeah,
on the
that's
on the
drama.
field. Yeah, that's drama. You just
Yo,
want to stay close away from that.
yo,
We already got too much with Fletcher Cox in this coaching style anyway. We
yeah,
don't need another guy like
yo.
that.
The honest truth, I want to get To back then OBJ, and we
Yeah.
know how To was.
Oh, he gonna say was on his mind too.
Yo,
Oh yeah,
exactly. But
exactly.
the
That's
thing is, if you watch his reality shows, he knows that, hey, I could did this better. I could
mhm.
said it this way. So he learned as time went on.
Mhm.
OBJ still want to be Odell Beckham Jr. with the blonde hair, with the porn star taking pictures. I mean, all that good stuff. So he still wants to be that guy. So
Mhm.
do you want that guy to come into your locker room when Jalen Hurts is not accurate enough? Number one. Now, if you had an Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, I'm like, okay, bring him in because those are veteran players that been to Super Bowls, that been to championships, you know what I mean, that know how to say, hey, yo, bro, I got this. But you think that Jalen Hurts in his second year, his first full year, would be able to handle OBJ hot headed? Like when Baker Mayfield can handle him, when Daniel Jones can handle him. I mean, it just makes no sense. But as
Yep.
far as the other player, that's a what did, man was the other player? I think it's OBJ and Jalen Smith. Look, I you know what? I still think that the Philadelphia Eagles might bring him in. And I tweeted out today. The only reason why the Eagles will bring him in is to piss off the Cowboys.
Ah.
Yeah, because this dude got cut by Green Bay,
Mhm.
number one. They got cut by the Cowboys at first. The Cowboys, Jabril Cox has season-ending knee surgery. He's gone for the year. It was like, nah, we don't want Jalen Smith back. Look, like we're not even gonna bring him in for an interview. Like, hey, we know what he is about. So the only reason why the Eagles will bring a Jalen Smith in is to piss off the Cowboys, and I would love to see it.
Yep.
I would love the Eagles to bring in Jalen Smith. Look, his upside, a fresh start. I believe in fresh starts.
Yep.
So his first start will be with the Eagles against a team that he hates to see twice a year. But silly me, I thought the same thing with Ryan Kerrigan, the off-season signing. I was like, yo,
I thought it was a
he's
good
gonna,
signing too.
but so far he's been a bust. Maybe he'll show up when he play against the Washington football team. But Jalen
Yeah.
Smith, I'll take a chance on him. I mean, absolutely. I would take a chance on Jalen Smith. You heard it from me here. So, yeah, why not? What the worst that we have to lose? He's still young. He's still fast enough. So, I believe just like Alex Singleton, Jalen Smith is Alex Singleton to me. You need to put talent, linebackers around him for him to shine, right? Or wrong?
Yep, you definitely do. You definitely do. But like I said, I'm not a big fan of Jalen Smith, but anything will be better than Singleton. And at this point, right now, anything will be better than Singleton at this point, even though Singleton's still on this team. And like I said, Jalen Smith, and then he knows the Dallas Cowboys, how the Dallas Cowboys operate. He practiced against these guys and stuff like that. He played against the whole NFC East division, so he kind of know how everything's
Yeah.
operate. The guy is fast as a linebacker. The guy ran a 4.4 or 4.3 as a linebacker, so that tells you how fast he was. That tells you how fast he was. So again, I'll take a gamble on him, but I don't like him too much. I don't like him too much. It's pretty much obvious. It's clearly the reason why he was let go by Dallas because of Michael Parsons, and
Yes.
again, it was and it's a reason why the Packers let him go. So it's a reason why you get released and let go. But I'll take a chance on yeah,
Yeah,
definitely Jalen Smith. Yeah, I
absolutely.
definitely do.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, look, Victor and Tony, look, I would take a chance on Jalen Smith in a heartbeat. Like, believe me, it's so hard to find a young, proven linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Smith, he got signed to a contract for a reason by the Dallas Cowboys. This dude was a beast the
Mm-hmm.
first 2-3 years in the league. Yes, he fell off a little bit, but the scheme also changes.
Yep.
So it's all about the scheme and who you have around you. I mean, like once he started falling off, who was kept on getting hurt? The Wolf Hunter, like,
Yep.
like, like, what's his name again?
Leighton
The
Vander
Wolf Hunter.
Esch.
Yeah,
Leighton
Leonard
Vander.
Benjamin was getting hurt. Like up front was all like bad, so he had to do a lot. So I feel like if you bring him in on the Eagles' defensive front, yo, like he'll definitely be a way better an upgrade than Alice Singleton.
Definitely.
Definitely be an
Definitely.
upgrade.
Definitely. He's an upgrade on anything we got right now.
Yeah,
Right now at the linebacker spot. Just to be honest with you, he's an upgrade on anything we got at the linebacking core.
facts. Yeah,
Yep.
I mean,
He's a
hey,
better run stopper. He also
yeah.
can come up and hit somebody.
There's
And he's so fast he can cover actually a little bit too as well.
see, look, I would think about his injuries, Victor, if he got hurt, but he hasn't been hurt since he recovered from his knee injury.
Hmm.
Like, man, out of Notre Dame, he have not been hurt since then. So, I mean, that's not the reason why the Cowboys let him go. The
Nah, that
Cowboys
definitely wasn't the reason why.
drafted Jabril Cox, which he's out for the season, but they also got Michael Parson,
Yeah.
Vander Esch, and I don't even know who
I don't even
they
know who their
were.
other linebacker is, but when
Yeah,
you got a linebacker in the draft and Michael Parsons, you see something
so they
in
got
Michael
two
Parsons.
of them
Yeah,
in
you
the
see
draft.
something in Michael Parsons
Yep.
in those two that you can get better than Jalen Smith, that you think younger and better than Jalen Smith. But Jalen Smith, I'm not a big fan of him, but I like I said again, he
I'll
he
take him
can
in a
cover,
heartbeat.
he can cover, and he can hit. He's better than anybody any linebacker on this team that we got.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think so. But as far as side to side,
Yeah.
like sideline to sideline, he's better than TJ Edwards. I mean, man, yeah, I gotta see a foot race between Singleton and Smith
Mm-hmm.
because, because Singleton also
Yeah.
like he could cover from sideline to sideline, but the problem with Singleton, he like don't know like he literally wait for the running back to like there you go,
Got
and then try to
yeah,
get him
you
like
did try to chase him.
there you go, and then try to get instead of
Yeah.
meeting them at the hole. That's the
Yeah.
only problem I have with Singleton. He's not aggressive enough. TJ Edwards, Devon Taylor. If you watch the All 22, like I don't have access, but there's other people I follow on Twitter, that do have access, and I'm like, wow, yo, he really hit the hole. Wow. He was really scared. Like, I mean, you just like it really opened your eyes when you start just watching the all 22 and seeing that these guys literally was like, oh, there you go. I mean, it really opened your eyes like who could play and who cannot play. Like,
Yep.
like literally.
Definitely.
So let me see what we got here. All right, so biggest concern. Okay, all right. Boom. If the Philadelphia Eagles win on Sunday, do you think? I mean, hey, will your pop poms be out? I mean, hey, you getting first round tickets to the wild card game? Do you think that they could make the playoffs if they win this Sunday
Anything's possible if you beat a good team like the
at
Chargers
home? Our first
at
one,
home.
our
At
first,
home,
first.
even if it's at home or definitely on the road, a team like the Chargers, pretty respectable. That's
Yeah.
in the playoff wild card hunt themselves in the AFC. That's pretty respectable. Because like I say, you still got to play the New York Jets.
Mhm.
The Giants are struggling. You definitely can beat them. They're struggling. You got the Washington football team whose secondary is just overrated. I always thought it was overrated because you used to see that defensive line get into the quarterback. Now you know if that defensive line can't get to the quarterback, now you know their secondary is weak. It's kind of the weak side of it. Everything. I believe they're 2-6, so you got a chance against those guys. And again, Dallas, they may be already in the playoffs the way they playing. They may be already in the playoffs already, so they may give us a game at that point. Again, everything is obvious right now, but you just got to come out and start with this win on Sunday against the Chargers. So I'm gonna say yes, I think they can sneak a wild card spot if they beat the Chargers on Sunday.
Look,
Yeah.
Look, if they beat the Chargers on Sunday, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna go on record. And first of all, I'm about to go on record right now. I never gave up hope. I kept on telling people, if you follow me on Facebook, just go on my Facebook on EDLER Cordon. I mean, it's in my middle name, but still, every Monday I post inspirational stuff about the Philadelphia Eagles, and I keep it real.
Hmm.
I'm like this: if you're an Eagles fan, if you've been an Eagles fan, you've seen the battles that we went through. We're never out of it, regardless of the record.
Yep.
And me seeing how close this team was multiple weeks in a row. We could have won this game, we could have won this game, we could have won this game. So now, moving forward, our schedule, if we win this game on Sunday, I'm telling you right now, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to the playoffs, are getting a walk-off spot because the two teams that are ahead of us, we beat already. So in their schedule, and thank God they are in the same division because like the Saints and the Bucks that they had to play
Yeah.
because
Down.
we beat
Yeah.
the Falcons and the Panthers,
Yep.
and they had to beat the Saints and the Bucks at
Yep.
least one or twice,
One or
and then
twice. Yep.
and now they're gonna give us an advantage.
But the
So
Panthers got to win, own a win over the Saints, but it's a good chance the Saints can get that back. They're gonna get that win back. They're gonna even it up. I think the Saints gonna get that
yeah,
win back.
but see, we play the Saints too.
Yep.
That's the thing because that's what we have the advantage over Seattle Seahawks because our conference wins are better than theirs.
Yep.
So now we're ahead of the Seahawks. So now all we got to focus on is this: the Falcons and the Panthers. If we have
Hmm.
a better record than those two guys, at the end of the day, we should be able to get in the playoffs. If
Yep.
we win this game on Sunday, even, you know what? Even, hey, I'm a two-sided guy. Even if we lose this game on Sunday, we're 3-6. We have no more hard games left besides the Saints. 3-6, right?
Yep.
I believe that 9-7 will get you in a wild card.
Hmm.
9-7. So 3-6. So even if we lose against the Saints, if we win against the Jets, the Giants twice, the Washington football team, and the Cowboys, the last game, which I think that they are probably going to be resting their guys. Hey, that's a pretty 9-8. Well, 8.
9-8. Yep.
So we could actually still get in a wild card because I feel like that the rest of the conference is about to lose.
Yep.
You know,
I
and
mean the Saints and the Falcons, they have to play each other. They still have to play each other, and they have to both see Tampa. They both have to see Tampa Bay as well. So again, it's a good chance. Minnesota, they still got to see Green Bay. They still got to meet up with them again, and Chicago. So like I said, that's gonna be kind of that. It's gonna be up and down a little bit, but you beating the Chargers, definitely you can solidify everything right there and basically be that playoff team. And like I say, you still got the Jets. Like you say, you still got the Jets on your resume. You still got the Jets. You still got the Giants who don't play good football at all. They
the
find a way
Washington
to beat
football
themselves.
team,
You got Washington football team find a
and
way to beat them Saints,
Saints.
and you already got a good idea on how to beat the Saints. You got
Yeah,
a good idea now that Jameis Winston is out. They're going to be playing Simeon as well, so you got a great chance of being the same. And Michael Thomas just announced he won't be
he's
playing football this year. He's
exactly.
done.
Yeah.
So you got an opportunity
Mhm.
now.
But the defense, for some way, somehow, seemed to improve
Yep.
or the same as last year. Because
Yep.
we remember last year, Jalen Hurts beat this Saints team with Taysom Hill,
Yep.
with I believe Michael Thomas.
With Michael
Like,
Thomas. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
he was
Yep.
in there, and we managed to beat the Saints, but they wasn't ready for this guy. So
Yep.
now with Sean Payton, a year under his belt, and watching films, it might be a whole different game, especially now. The Saints just beat the Bucks.
Yep.
Like they're a lockdown defense. Like I even picked them up on my fantasy team this upcoming season, like this
Mm-hmm.
upcoming game against the Falcons. So I believe that they're gonna do me right, and I do
Yeah.
me like dirty birds. You know what I mean? And we'll see
Yeah.
though. Yeah, but still, I mean, look, the Saints, offensive wise, besides Kamara, they might not have nothing to show for. But
Yeah.
defensive wise, they still got some
Yeah.
beasts
They're gonna. Yeah. It's
with
gonna be a struggle.
Davis, at the linebacker
You got
with
Marshawn Lattimore.
Lattimore,
You
and
got
yeah, I mean,
Davenport. You got
yeah,
Davenport, Cameron
yes,
Jordan. You got all of
yeah,
those guys
exactly.
on that
So
defensive line too.
yeah,
Yep.
so and we'll see. All right, so the last question before I let you go. The
Right.
score prediction and who wins on Sunday. I know you're an Eagles fan,
Yeah.
but I want your if you pick Eagles winning, I want to hear why. If you want to pick the Saints winning, anybody gonna be mad at you. I want to hear why.
Since the Eagles got a great field good win on Sunday, I mean the Chargers been struggling. Their defense is 32nd in the league in stopping and run.
Yeah,
So would I believe only if you can trust in in Nick Sirianni is
keeping the
gonna
same game
come
plan,
out.
right?
Yes, only if you can do that. But I never know how he's gonna come out.
Yeah,
But
fact.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say Philadelphia wins this game just because the Chargers are 32nd in the NFL. And so you gotta exploit the running game. And I believe they will no coach, no coach seeing go back and look at the film and seeing how you beat Detroit and you look at that stat sheet said, oh, they 30 seconds stopping the run. You should not be able to come in and throw the football heavy and all of a sudden
Yeah,
we looking like stupid as fans are. We ran the ball. Why is we not running the ball against the 32nd ranked defense? Why is we not doing that? Now all of a sudden we've been fooled again. We've just been fooled again. That was just against the
catfish,
defense. Yeah,
catfish.
we just been catfished again. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we're gonna win this game. 20. I'm gonna go 24 20 Philadelphia. I'm gonna go that route. I'm gonna say we win this game just because I think the defense line is gonna get to Justin Herbert. I like Vernon Hargraves and Sweat. I think the secondary, like I say, has been competing all year long. It's just the deep. Sometimes the defensive line struggle getting to the quarterback, and if we're like I said, Justin Herbert sitting comfortable in that pocket all game long, it can be a long day for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm telling you, Justin Herbert will find a way without no pressure to pick us apart in those big time receivers and that tight end
Yep.
that they got. But if we get pressure on Justin Herbert, we're gonna definitely come out on the good side of it. And I want to see us control time of possession to win this game, keeping Justin Herbert off the field and making Jalen Hurts throw again less. You just the match should be 20 times. You should not throw the ball more than you run the football at all. That is not how you're going to beat teams, and you can't beat. Jalen Hurts has already proved that he can't beat teams with his arm. So now you got to limit that, and you got to copy off what you did on Sunday. But I see the Eagles winning this game 24-20 against the Chargers.
All right, look, hey, I see this a 23-20 game. I
Okay.
feel like that it's going to be the last drive that Jalen Hurts will have to make a couple throws to get us into field goal range.
Yep.
23-20. Our defense will step up.
Mm-hmm.
You get a few sacks, one interception, but man, at the end of the game, I feel like that this is going to be the Giants game back in 2017 where we was up by double digits,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Giants came back, and then we had to initiate a last minute drive with Carson Wentz, which going to be with Jalen Hurts,
Yeah.
to get us into field goal range. 23-20. And I feel like that our defense is gonna play better. Hey, it is shocking. They shocked me, but I feel like
Yep.
that they gonna play exact same way that they played this past weekend, and we'll see what happens. So
Yep.
Eagles 23-20, and we win this game. We will make a playoff push.
Let's get
So
right.
hey,
Gotta go out there.
look, my guy, hey, yo, link is in the chat. Any last word before I let you go?
I mean, I just like to appreciate everybody that was in the chat. Appreciate you for having me on. Anytime I'm open, I'm available. I'm not doing nothing Friday, so I'm definitely gonna be available on that round table. But I'll say, I hope the Eagles can come out. They can win this game. They can run the football. The defensive line can get pressure on Justin Herbert. I just afraid. What made me afraid is Nick Sirianni just to go back to that old way, just throwing, throwing,
Facts.
throwing again after he just had success on the run. That's my main concern. But I mean, no coach is gonna go away from the success you had the
Yeah.
last game to come back to see what's working and to go back to put the ball back in Jalen Hurts' hand. That is not gonna work. But now I say again, the Eagles 24-20 against the Chargers.
Yes, sir. Hey, look, I appreciate you. If you're not following my boy, Coach Dante, please go subscribe to his channel. Check him out. He is originally a Houston Texan fan, but for this season and hopefully forever,
Mm-hmm.
he is a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and he does do gaming and everything. So just go check him out. I mean, hey, he dropped some content, some breaking news. And hey, when I can't drop it, he drop it.
Yep.
So go check him out. And look, if you're not subscribed to my channel, if you on here, then obviously you are. But I do have some people on Facebook that's on here. All right. So if you're on Facebook, you on here and you're not following me on YouTube, please go follow me on YouTube because sooner or later I will not be streaming on Facebook. So I need you to go subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I go live because sooner or later in a couple weeks I will not be streaming on YouTube. On Facebook, I stream on YouTube and then possibly post a video on Facebook. So look, I appreciate everybody that came to check me out tonight, that came to check Coach Dante out tonight, that came to check my personal guests out tonight. Hey, I appreciate y'all. This channel cannot work without y'all, and I love y'all. And as always, go Birds.